Hello again all, and welcome to day 2. I wasn't actually going to do a day 2, but watching back the day 1 I wasn't particularly happy with some of the points I covered, so I thought I'd just do an addendum. So, you might be wondering where everything's changed. I was up there, where we last left. I've ended back up over here, covered some stuff over the evening, because that big fat chubby zombie that I ignored on the way up ended up having a bit of a set to with him. So you'll also notice I'm a bit more battered than the last time we chatted. Oh, he's not dead. Sort of decided we were up there. I'm going to hack back down this way, so hopefully there'll be something more useful up there. Now what we've got to do, right, campfire, crafting, let's craft one of those. And I'll just dump it down here and cook that food. It's our next mission. Doesn't matter. Right, so for cooking, if you look there, once you're in it automatically comes up on the left here once you're in the interface. So you just need to pop some wood in, some fuel there, charred meat. So I can cook 4 of them. It'll take me 1 minute, so I need 1 minute's worth of fuel. Wow. Sweet, and make sure you click the cook. Don't think I can't do bottled water yet. That's one of the reasons why empty cans early game are quite useful. However, we've got some stuff here. Chicken soup with fullness and hydration. I'll definitely have that. That's cooking. I'll just get a few more stones. Yes, I say, this has not been a particularly good spawn so far. Alright, we've got the journey to the trader one. And then after that, the game proper gets started. So where are we on the map? Where's the nearest trader? Oh, is that it? That's that house, where is that, wasn't it? Oops, wrong button. Skills, nope. Right, well, we've got some food. Don't have much water, so we should have thought about that first. And it is the trader up over there. Oh yes, so put that top on. B to access your character menu. Also worth noting, because there's a lot of activity all of a sudden, because that's a quick way to check on how your food and hydration and all that's doing. Oh yes, you might notice up there, wellness. This game has a rather more in-depth system than most of the survival games, in that the different types of food you eat increases your wellness. As your wellness goes up, so does your strength and your stamina. Oh, and the other thing I should have mentioned, cacti, cactuses. Handy for getting these little yucca fruits. So yes, so you can get up to a maximum of 200 and wellness, at which point of course you'll have 200 in stamina, 200 health points. But the downside of course is that if you die, then yeah, I need more stone unfortunately. If you die, your wellness goes down by 10 points at a time. So it goes up very slowly, so by eating different foods, mostly the different meats and stews that you can make in game. But yes, if you start getting killed a lot, you can lose it pretty quickly. So you've got to sort of balance the two. That's one. It makes you play the game a little bit more sensibly rather than rushing into the middle of a pack of wolves or something, because you get quite heavily punished for it, so especially early game. But I believe the minimum you can drop down to is 70. But I tell you, once you're down to 70, you soon feel it. I mean, even at 100 now, look at that, my stamina's nearly out. My health after a couple of batterings. Yeah, I got hit by a big chubby zombie. I managed to actually escape him, and then ran straight into another one of those birds. So, yes, that's the thing with these sort of games. Things can go south pretty rapidly when they do go south. Right, so let's double time over to here. It's a bit annoying really, because I've wanted to go up over that way following that road, but we've reversed around now. Never mind, these things do happen. See, look at that, already out of stamina. At least it gives a chance to see the lay of the land. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here now, and I am going, well, eventually down here, and I'm going to... Ow, I forgot about that. That's the other downside with these cacti. Yeah, they damage you. Only a little bit. They don't... You know, you shouldn't die on them. But every little hurts at this moment in time. Screech there, and yeah, it can deleg the zombies as well, the cacti, and that's the one good thing with them. If you get caught out by some zombies and you're near a cacti, fight round them. I know it's cheap, but in that case every little helps. So right, with them in our hand, just right click in the water when you have some murky water. Now these little cans can be cooked on the campfire. You can also drink water, unboiled I should say, but you run the risk of getting diseases, dysentery. So obviously if you absolutely no way of getting spoiled water, it's better than nothing, but yes, try and avoid it if you can. The world is supposed to be poisoned. I believe the story is there was a nuclear war or something, and then the zombies sort of rose up afterwards. Something along those lines. So where are we? Yes, I guess I'll just get another layer of these. Actually, we've got enough to make some arrows yet. Oops, maple seed. Get rid of that. So yes, this game has a farming system in it, by the way. Well, farming system, growing. You can grow plants and things, such as that tree we planted there. Things do grow pretty rapidly, in fairness. At this moment in time, I don't really need trees and seeds. Alright, let's carry on, because as I say, I normally like to have an idea where my base is going round about sort of day 2, maybe day 3 at the latest. Good grief. Ah! Second interceptor. Ah, right, we've got some skill points. So, Let's see what we've got. Some scrap lead. I might have to get rid of that. Lead you don't need to be too worried about. There's usually quite a lot of that throughout the game. Scrap iron's also pretty. Iron in general is pretty easy to come by. The one thing to watch out for is brass. That's obviously the one thing you can't mine it. You can't make it any other way. You have to salvage it. You have to salvage it. You can get from car radiators, brass doorknobs and things that you'll find as you loot around the world, taps and things like that. I believe faucets, as our American chums call them. But it does mean that you can't really afford to if you want to avoid scrapping it. Most items can be scrapped down into. Oh, I'm with an empty can now to show you, but let me see those. See, I could now scrap that. I get free scrapped iron. Oh, hello, what the hell? Ah, that's why. Oh, we've got somebody else closing distance on us. This is the problem with the zombies on the hills, as you can see at this moment in time. They're a little bit wacky when they come down. Let's try and... So just go. Yeah, see if I can try and convince her to crash into this. There you go. That's what I was hoping for. Right, it makes it a little bit easier. Right, I'm going to keep chipping this way. I want to fight over somewhere where we don't have to worry about what's on the ground below me. It's a pity because I would very much like to put a few more of those. Has it lost interest? Oh no, there it is. I don't actually know if the birds lose interest or not. Let's find out. So health wise we are not in a good situation. No, it seems like not. At least now I'm not going to half die on a cactus. And when you draw on your bow you can always hit R to unload. Whoa, that's still a bit closer than I'd like. Sometimes I have to multitask with this game. I was hoping not to have to spend half the day in combat. Whoa! Usually is he bugged out? I've got to try and get a sneaky blowing on him. Maybe not. Yes, these are a new addition to the game with A16, these vulture things, these zombie vultures. They sort of go in a roughly straightish line. They are good for the feathers. If it stops rolling down the hill. So that's at least one good thing with them. That chunk. There's a little bit of a saw around. So I might end up having to ditch that. So right, is that the trader settlement there? Let's hope so. So this is why I was trying to avoid the combat, because I've now forgotten what I was talking about beforehand. We talked about wellness, we were talking about... no, it's gone. It's the downside obviously with sort of playing live and commentating. I'll take some of these snowberries quickly. I need some of those, that'll help offset the... So the downside with things like these is you've got... it dehydrates you. Which obviously is not Not a good thing. How are we doing hydration wise? I'm still at 40%. So yes, this is also relatively, oh yeah, because it's in his land claim, protected land claim area. The new additions to traders. Start the NPCs. So they use bottle caps that you can find around, or not bottle caps, what's the things? Poker chip things.
Time is money, and I'll wager you don't have any.
No, I don't have any money, that's for sure. I mean, they're handy. I mean, you get little mini in-game quests. You can find treasure maps, and sometimes when you find treasure parts, there's no point selling them because it'll just be more crap to carry.
You cheap son of a bitch.
Oh, we've met before then. He knows me well. Right, so now we've done that, basically the game proper started. So I'm two minds now, whether just to go back down this way and start again or back up this way. What? I can't pick up... Ah, I didn't know that. I can pick up stones from their area. That's a new one. Yes, that's the other thing, of course. The temperature system. That's something that's... It's still very much a work in progress. And it can be somewhat annoying, to say the least. The more you do things, the more you run around, the hotter you get. And it's also dependent on your biome you're in. So if you're in a desert, of course, then yeah, you'll start boiling up pretty rapidly. And if you're in the snow biome, you'll start freezing to death really rapidly. And the biomes in between are variable, to say the least. There is a command to turn it off, I believe in the console, but I leave it on. I like the idea of where they're going with it. It does need a little bit more refinement for sure. But yes, they've done quite a lot in here. This is one of the best implementations. As I said, if you're walking up a hill, you go slowly, and if you're coming down, you go faster. The way they've worked it on this one, it does feel really... Yeah, you've got to be careful running down hills, because that's where a lot of my damage comes from, actually, avoiding the fat zombie. Oh dear, this really is a dire area, isn't it? Yeah, you know, they've done a lot of these little touches and try to make it a little bit more involved in the average survival game. If we head north. See, I'm now at 97 degrees Fahrenheit. I've not got a lot of other things I can do to get rid of temperature. I'm going to just sort of go slowly until it naturally drops. But at the same time, I need to be collecting resources. Ah, so there we are. Brass. Let's see if I scrap that. When I come to smelt it down, I thought that was me he was interested in. When you come to smelt it down, you won't get as much for it. And as I say, because you won't find brass anywhere else, you really want to try and avoid scrapping brass if you can, and put it straight into your furnace. Oh, I should have had a quick look around there. There better, because I don't know why I just smashed that up. Hood is the hood. It does. Oh, right. That's something we can do. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's craft a hat. A plant fibre hat. That will reduce. He's after me. See what I mean? Straight through his head. That's the downside of this low. No, that's just me missing that one. That's fair enough. And that one. There we go, that's better. And a skirt. That's that. I will keep that as a reserve. So that's just even better for losing temperature. They're -10. Whereas all the things like jeans and suit bottoms, they of course increase your insulation, and shorts and skirts and things decrease your insulation. I'll have to make another campfire and boil up that water in a minute. So right, that was one thing I wanted to do. Oh. So, I mean, about their wacky pathfinding on hills. This is why I prefer to fight on the flat if I can, but in this build that's not so easy said and done. There isn't a lot of flat land. Right. Good grief, yeah. This really is a dire area we're stuck in here, chums. This really is. No, this is getting awkward. Right, I'll get rid of that pipe. At this early part of the game, we could do with that. Right, let's see what we could get rid of. Paper, maybe? I don't want to get rid of the glue for sure. So they're the main things to watch out for. Glue, duct tape. Glue, duct tape. Get rid of those cans actually. I might keep them because I'm more likely to find cans and just get rid of the scrap iron. Alright, there's a little campsite down there. That might be useful to get into. Because that should have a campfire in it. Let's just take care of these little chappies. No, that was me. That was me sucking. I shouldn't really. Well, I don't have to worry too much at the moment about the infection, but I've only got 25 health, so things could go basically 1 or 2 hits, and I'm sort of basically done for at the moment. I suppose I could always get rid of cloth and things. Right, before we go in there, just in case there's some dogs, I want the basics. Arrows. We've got quite a few. Don't really want to craft. Let's do 50 of them. That should give us. That should all be done by the time we get over to the clearing the campsite out. Right, what have we got? Let's see. Yeah, because I can still, the sleeper thing can still pop in here and kind of. Not sure why businessmen's carrying scrap. Oh, come on, seriously? As I say, yeah, you're because my archery skill is low. Even when you get a clear hit, it won't give you a clear hit. Right, is there a campfire here? No. I'm going to have to craft one then. Oh, because they're still doing. Oh, well, let's have a look at what we've got in the way of. Oh, that was quite a good little haul. Really rather not scrap that pipe. What I might do is I'll just leave some of this junk in here for the time being. Let's definitely keep those. Dump the shorts. Oh, oil, that's something you might also keep hold of. What happened there? Let's see. Now, what was I going to do? That's it. Cooking pot. Yeah, so brass, glue, duct tape, and oil are worth keeping hold of. Other things, most other things can be found. Say brass, you want to try and keep it whole if you can, rather than scrapping it. So that I can get rid of. Well, might as well just dump it back in here because I've got rid of my scrap iron now, haven't I? Fuck's sakes. Oh, this is what about the system suddenly dropping in zombies in on top here. Yeah, this is right. There's that thing. Yeah, this isn't going too well at the moment. I can see me demonstrating that wellness system to you in a... I'll keep hold of the brass. Go to those. I don't really need those. Yeah, I can see him demonstrating the wellness system to you in quite a hard fashion. So running out of food, running out of water. Right, I'm going to build a campfire. I'll at least get myself some fresh, clean water. Oh, we've got blueberry pie. They're very good for... You'll also notice there's now a little healing icon. Certain food groups give you a certain amount of healing after you eat them. So that's quite... it's quite a slow system to re-heal using just on food. Again, there's not a lot of medical supplies around though. Right, so do a campfire. Let's get that. Right. The problem with water is, as you'll see in a few minutes. So shall I do I do all 5? I might just do 1. Let's see, boiled water. Let's put in the onto the thing. Oh yeah, I'll keep that there. I'll cook 2 of them because the boiled cans of water do not stack. I haven't got much things. You see, these are stacking. They're stacking when they're like that. Here, they become individual items. That I might do 1 more. So as you can see, it takes up a lot of inventory space. So they're good when you've got a base and plenty of storage space. So what are we at now? Right, 98%. Right, so we've got no bases, no... Oh, sweet. Best thing in the game. I'll wear them for instantly. Shades, they can... Absolutely no point, they're just fashion items. I'm going to dump that other spare pair of night vision goggles in here. Wow, I could have done with those last night. What an incredibly useful find, which was everything I was stacking stuff in. I'll stack those in there, put that into there. I think for the time being I'll dump that duct tape. I might even get... Ah, actually, there's a good point. So I'm trying to show things. So fat campfires, you might notice there's some of these up here. If I pop that in there, I should have thought about that sooner. Now I can boil water. I can also make boiled meat if I had any meat on me. I can make bottled water. So that's 20 seconds. Let's dump one of those in there. Let's cook those on. So I'm going to get rid of that for the time being. Now I've got a source of water, and I might cook another one of those. So now at least we have some clear bottled water. So they do stack. It's just these little cans that don't. Let's see what we've got in the way of that there. Is there. Why did I craft a second one? I'll just scrap that down for the time being. Oh, I can now get rid of that torch now I've got the night vision goggles. They're easy enough to make, they're not a problem. So yes, we've got the... Uh-oh, I don't know why I did that. I was not thinking right there. Let's see, we've got dump that scrap lead as well. Yeah, early game inventory management until you get this a little bit sorted out can be quite a fun challenge. I suppose I should really just might as well cook that up one of those I've got and we'll have some spare. Well, just what makes this game a little bit more interesting than most of the survival games out there. It's certainly not handed you on a plate. Oh yeah, I'm going to dump those oils because I think that's the maximum stack. Might be 15. Obviously, different things stack in different amounts. Some things like wood, stone, you can stack them to their. I think it's 6,000 now, so they're quite generous. Whereas other things, not so much. Oh dear, look at this. Might as well head in that direction. See what we can find. So yes, that was the other thing I was going to re-discuss was crafting. As I say, tab for your standard craft menu, you've got your different basics that you can, all your recipes are here, but you might notice things like, let's see, do they need a, let's type bullets. So things like bullet cases, you'll see there's now a little icon here. That means we require that workbench. As we discussed the other time, you get a workbench, you get a chemistry bench. So if I was to stamp type anti, you'll see there's two ways of doing them. You can use it over a campfire, which is that little sign there, or you can use the chemistry bench, which is that one there, or science bench, whatever it's called. And you'll notice it takes more resources if you use the basic method than if you use the science bench. And eventually there's also a concrete mixer, which is needed for mixing concrete, somewhat obviously. And then finally there's a furnace. Hold on. I don't know why that's... furnace. Oh, under all. Let's try. Okay, I don't know why it's not coming up. Doesn't matter. You do need one. We did see a broken one in that other house, which is where you put all your metal stuff in, all your brass, iron, and lead. Melt it down, and you can use it to make things, more advanced things, obviously. So it's quite a well thought out crafting system. Switch to the blade for finishing. Oh. Not sure. Oh yeah, skill points. Right. So what have we got? N for skill points. We've got 22 points available. As you see, some things are now tied into your player level as well. That's to stop you spamming it up. Let's see, more weapon and toolsmithing might be useful. What a zombie. Well, I definitely did now. Do not know why I keep hitting my bandages. Yeah, their Pathfinder's a little bit wacky at the moment. Ah, right, that's something useful. Painkillers. Doesn't do your hydration any good, but it does add a bit of healing to you. So this is a terrible place to make a base, really, because there's nothing close. You know, there's no water source, there's no... I could make a base here. But, what is... I'm ducking down now, he knows I'm here. Whoops. We don't want to get to that ridge over there. This game's certainly been generous with oil at the moment. One of those. One of those. Some of those. As you can see, the healing from that and the pills, we're getting fairly... They're also good for stopping stun, as you saw earlier on when that cheerleader was suddenly teleported in on me at the camp. You noticed I was stunned. Well, early game, when you've got no armour and you're not particularly strong, you will get stunned a lot if the zombies clock you on. Come on, there must be something around here. No. Aye. On the outside there's no wolves around, so you guys got sort of balanced good with the bad. Right, I can double time try to get up here. So yeah, as I say, this is one of the, as far as these survival games go, this is one of, definitely by quite a large margin, one of the better ones. There's a lot of different systems and that in here, quite deep crafting. Combat's a little bit meh, as you've seen so far. It's not particularly deep, but then it is say survival game, not beat 'em up, so you can't be too unhappy with that. It's sort of, yeah, it's got a good range of different biomes, zombie types. Oh, right, I have no idea why I'm now suddenly reaching across my keyboard that far. Yeah, it's a little glitch that appears sometimes, that where your arrow sort of... Oh, he's right here. Now hopefully we managed to make him bleed. Yeah. Let's keep him in sight. It does take him a while to calm down. Yeah, as you see with the grass getting in your face, it's sometimes hard to track where they've gone. There he is. That's a terrible shot. Yeah, and the AI is just... Oh, come on. The pick-up distance on these can be quite annoying at times. And it's... Right, let's get some more of that meat. 1,000 campfires around this place at this rate, but no base. I really want to have a base sort of established, and so far we've kind of wandered around and not found a great deal. Get some more of the old yucca fruits. So anyway, oh dear Lord, yeah, that's what makes wandering around these biomes at night quite awkward. Well, obviously other than the zombies. Hallelujah! There we go. Right. Oh, one of those little sods right in the way. Now you thought clearing those little houses and campsites were fun because of the sleeper zombies. Ah, right, multiple airborne patrols. I'm just going to double time it straight down here and hope to... This is what I mean about roads randomly stopping. Still on the upside, at least we've got to have somewhere slightly safer to stay for the night. We might as well just fire straight into their bodies, try and headshot these with this level is you'll be there for hours. The zombie head I'm actually aiming at. Oh, come on. Yeah, this is a problem. It's been a long time problem actually, is when their heads, if you watched the last video, their heads fall into things like walls or obstacles. They kind of get buried. Their feet don't, but their heads do, and the head's the bit you want to hit. Right, what we're going to do is find somewhere that we can... Ideally, what would be a good place to build a mini base on for the top of the things? This is quite a decent sized town. Those are quite good because you can go up high. That'll give us a good vantage point. Same with that one in the middle. Because as I said, obviously, now this is night 2, there will be wandering hordes of the evening. These hordes are kind of just triggered every so often and go in your general direction to where you are on the map. You get them during the daytime as well, but at night time obviously there's a lot more aggressive and they're a lot faster. Right, what was I going to do? Look at those. Oh, I didn't realise that. Oh, a farmer. Right, now that could be... What is wrong with me today? Do not know why I'm... Don't want to blow up that petrol barrel there yet. Oh, come on, just stand still. But these guys, obviously, farmers, can have farming implements on them, which are quite useful, to say the least. Oh, he's getting up already. Come on, down. Oh, good. Ah, iron pit. Oh, good quality one as well. Ah yes, that's what I was going to demonstrate to you. So if your flashlight, the night vision goggles we picked up earlier on, I'm probably going to scrap that and build a new one in a minute. Let's say, let's definitely get a new bone shiv. Yes, bone shiv, craft. When I was doing my axe, wasn't I? A stone axe. Yes, so there's the night vision goggles I'm wearing. F for flashlight. Absolutely brilliant. Best item in game, without a doubt. Great. Right awkward in side angle there, hit them in the head. Right, well, I don't need that many pairs of shorts for sure. Which I won't need those at all. Let's go to those. And this chat's going to take a few to put down, obviously. There we go. Right, down here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly make another secure storage chest. I'm going to dump it down here. So look what's in that. Dump these for the time being. Let's keep that blueberry seed as well. Say mouldy bread, definitely want to keep because that's going to be used to make antibiotics, which you will need at some point. Well, ideally I need them now because we are not in a good way because of that infection we've got going on here. At least we've still got some food, we've got some water. Yeah, let's try and clear off the rest of this place. Use that pickaxe. See, pickaxes are very good for doing in rocks and these doors. And you might notice I'm still in creep mode because I've got no idea where it's going to next dump zombies on me from until I've cleared this entire structure. As you saw earlier on with the campsite, it does like to teleport zombies in on top of you. Oh, it's unlocked. Right, bookcase is very important. Absolutely nothing in it. Okie dokie. Curtains are very good for getting cloth. Beds are also good. If you've got I haven't got the, you can get various things from them still. Ideally, we would want a wrench. If we had a wrench, we'd get more stuff taken apart. Right, it looks like we're clear here. Ah, it says that. How are we doing for time? Right, where is that one? I want to get rid of it before night time sets in. There's a different zombie. Oh, great. So the place I want to reinforce. What the hell is it then? I have absolutely no idea where this one is. Well, it's nearly 10, so we want to... So basically... Oh, shut up! Seriously, where the hell? Right, you saw that. There's quite a few zombies around there as well now. Let's just go up and... yeah, so basically it's time for the... I think we'll conclude our dealings here. On day 2, at least we found a town we can raid. We've got some food, we've got some water. This isn't an ideal place for a base, but... and no idea where this zombie is. Absolutely none. So yes, I'm just going to build a campfire, waste the evening away. Perhaps I'll end up cooking up the rest of that food and things. Could have dumped that as well. So now you all, thanks for watching. And as ever, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to let me know that you're alive. And if you'd like to see more of this sort of kind of thing in the channel, do let me know in the comments below. It's one of those things I would actually like to do more. I don't know, what was that? A switch. Yes, for the electricity was discussed earlier on. Yeah, if you'd like to see more, it's one of those things I would like to do more content-wise. There's more full series or more full games. It's just a lot of time. It's just getting the time to get them done, really. So anyway, guys, thanks again, and I shall see you all next time. Bye now.